Jai Shri Mahakal, how is everybody? So the opportunity is returning back to you because the Jupiter is going retrograde in Rohini Pada 3, which falls in the Taurus sign from 23rd of December 2024 to 19th of March 2025. And in this video, we will be understanding how this is going to affect you. But before understanding how this is going to affect you, we need to understand Jupiter in one word. The Jupiter in one word is equal to opportunity. Okay, the Jupiter is the opportunity. The Jupiter is the chance of growth. The Jupiter is the place where you have the chance of expansion. Okay. Now, understanding retrogression in one word is coming back. For example, the Jupiter was going from north to south, and suddenly something happens and it decides to move few steps behind, few steps back towards the north. That is retrogression. So the Jupiter is making sure that the opportunity you just lost is gonna return back to you. Although we need to understand this with the concept of nakshatra, but that will be way too much personalized for everybody. So I recommend you watching my video of Navatara. And if you are a learned astrologer and if you have the basic knowledge of astrology, you will automatically get to know. For example, if the Navatara Rohini is falling in Sampat Nakshatra, that means that you are gonna get wealth. The opportunity to earn wealth is gonna return back to you. If it is obstacles, then the obstacles are gonna return back to you, and all those things according to the nakshatra. But I know not everybody wants to go in the depth of nakshatras, and everybody knows about houses and the signs, right? So I will be going through each house. If the Taurus is in the first house, what's going to happen and what you should be doing during this time. Okay. So during the retrogression in the Taurus sign, the Jupiter is going to bring back the opportunity to you from the placement of Taurus sign in your birth chart. So wherever is the Taurus placed in your birth chart, that is the opportunity which is going to return back to you. Okay. It could be positive. It could be negative as well. But I'll be only talking about the good part here. So if the Taurus is falling in the first house, you will be getting the opportunity, the chance to regain your health, or you will be getting the opportunity to do something from your own will, something that you always wanted to do, something that you just planned to do, but you just missed it. The time just went by, and now you are thinking, oh no, I could have done that. I could have went to the gym. I could have joined that exercise. I could have started playing badminton. All related to your physical health, or maybe your self-expression. Maybe you wanted to start a company. Maybe you wanted to make a website. Maybe you wanted to start a YouTube channel, but you somehow missed that thing in 2024, and now the Jupiter is going back to give you that particular opportunity, which you can use to express yourself. That is, if the Taurus is falling in the first house. So for the Taurus ascendant people, okay? Now, if the Taurus is in the second house for you, the finances are gonna return back to you. Maybe you had a chance to invest your money in some ABC place, but you were unable to. Maybe you wanted to spend some time with your family, go on a vacation, but you didn't. Now the opportunity is returning back to you, okay? I'll be only taking examples of 2 or 3 things related to a single house, although in one house there are a lot of other things that you can see, which you can just Google or chat GPT. Yeah, we are living in the tech world, right? Next is the Jupiter in the third house. Maybe you missed some travel, maybe you missed some short travel opportunity in 2024, and now the Jupiter will be giving you the chance to go and take that chance, to go and enjoy the short trip. Or maybe you wanted to write a book, because third house is also about writing and communicating. So the Jupiter is going to give you chance to rewrite those things. Maybe you missed some paperwork. Third house is also related to the paperwork, right? So the Jupiter will be giving you the chance to complete the paperwork, to re-communicate, to connect with your siblings, to go on the short trips. That's what it's going to bring back to you in the form of the opportunity. If the Jupiter is in the fourth house, I mean, if the Taurus is in the fourth house, then you will be getting a chance to make a house. Okay, maybe you wanted to buy a house, maybe you wanted to buy a vehicle, maybe you wanted to complete some kind of primary education, maybe you wanted to buy some special stuff for your house, maybe you were thinking to renovate your house. So all the things related to the fourth house, maybe you wanted to do something for your mother, and that's the opportunity which is gonna return back to you. You will get a chance to do that work, basically to rework on that particular thing. Okay. If the Taurus is falling in the fifth house, you will be getting the opportunity to do something related to your love life. Maybe you just broke up. Maybe you never took a chance to propose somebody. Maybe you never started your love life. Maybe you wanted to be with that particular person. Maybe you wanted to go in this particular sports. Maybe you wanted to do something creative. Maybe you wanted to learn astrology, but you missed that opportunity. And now the Jupiter is gonna give you the chance to reinvest yourself in that particular kind of field. Okay. Now, if the Jupiter is in the sixth house, again, I'm just saying Jupiter, that is because the Jupiter is going retrograde in the fifth house, right? So automatically, the Taurus is in the sixth house. Then what's going to happen? You will be getting the opportunity to go into the competition. Maybe, in India, a lot of places there are elections going on. So maybe you'll get a chance to fight for yourself. Maybe you'll get a chance to rework on the particular election campaign, maybe start a rework on a particular party. Maybe, see, sixth house is Rogue, Rin, and Shatru. Okay, so maybe you just wanted to get rid of the loan, but you didn't. At this time, you can. Okay, just get rid of the loans at this time. It's a great opportunity to get rid of Rogue, Rin, and Shatru. But if in the Navatara the Rohini is a negative to you, then you could also be getting the opportunity to gain the Rogue, Rin, and Shatru. I hope you are understanding the positive and the negative part, how the universe is working here. Okay. Now, if it is falling in the seventh house, if the Taurus is in the seventh house, maybe you just told somebody, I don't want to marry right now. Maybe you just told somebody, I don't want to do that business right now. Maybe you told to yourself that I just couldn't go into the marketplace. I just couldn't establish myself in that market. I just couldn't do the business. No, the Jupiter here is going to give you the chance to expand, the chance to get into the business, to marry that particular woman, to marry that particular guy, to reinvest yourself in the market and re-establish yourself in the market. Or it will also give you the opportunity to get connected to some kind of partner or partnerships, and it's good time for that. But again, if the Rohini in the Navatara is not supportive, do not do that. Okay. Next, if the Taurus is falling in the eighth house, you will be regaining the opportunity to get into that eighth house, which is hidden house, the house of mantra, the house of tantra, the house of meditation, the house of the deeper world, the house of exploration, the house of infinite, the house of death, the house of astrology, the house of all the mysteries, the house of occult sciences. Eighth house is one of my favorite house. And if you missed any opportunity regarding that particular house, you wanted to do some research, but you didn't. You wanted to grow into occult, but you didn't. You wanted to go into meditation, but you didn't. You wanted to start that mantra job, but you didn't. Now is the opportunity. Maybe you missed the opportunity to learn astrology. Maybe you missed the opportunity to connect with the universe. Now is the time. You can do that. The Jupiter is bringing back the opportunity to you. And once you do it, you're going to feel so satisfied and so fulfilled that you couldn't even imagine. Okay. Now, if the Taurus is falling in the ninth house, you will be getting the opportunity to reinvest yourself in higher education. Okay, maybe you wanted to do that PhD, but you just skipped it for some reason. Now is the time. You can do that. Okay, the Jupiter is going to bring back that opportunity. Maybe you might see that your luck is approaching back to you. Okay, maybe you wanted to try ABC thing, but you were not lucky enough, or you just didn't got that chance. Now is the time to take the re-chance of that particular thing. Okay. Now, if the Taurus is falling in the 10th house, the Jupiter will go retrograde in the 10th house, of course, which means it's gonna bring back that particular career to you. It's gonna bring back the opportunity to get into that particular career, to get into that particular government party, okay, to get into that particular thing which is gonna bring back your reputation. So yeah, 10th house retrogression is very good. It's gonna bring a lot of opportunities to get that particular work. Now, if the Jupiter is getting retrograde in the 11th house, that means if the Taurus is falling in the 11th house, maybe you wanted to connect to the people, but you didn't. Maybe you wanted to talk people over social media, but you didn't. Maybe you wanted to get back into, the group of your friends to whom you just don't talk anymore. The Jupiter will give you the opportunity to connect to the nears and dears and connect to the people over social media, over YouTube or whatever. That's the opportunity which you should use. But again, if the Navatara is not supporting it, do not take the wrong step. Okay, that's why the consultation from the learned astrologer is very, very, very important. Yep. Now, if the Jupiter is going retrograde in the 12th house, that is, if the Taurus is falling in the 12th house, it is going to give you the opportunity to invest somewhere. See, the 12th house is where we spend our energy, the house of expenditure, right? And if the Jupiter is going retrograde there, if the Navatara is not supporting, be very, very, very careful about your investments. But if the Navatara is supporting, the opportunity to invest is gonna come back to you. Okay, maybe you wanted to buy that house, maybe you wanted to buy that car, maybe you wanted to put money in some shares, maybe you wanted to put money in some particular gold, silver, or whatever. The Jupiter will bring back the opportunity to make sure that you get a chance to do that particular expenditure, to do that particular investment. And 12th house is also unknown places. So maybe you wanted to visit some place. 12th house is also about the spirituality, right? So maybe you wanted to go to some temple. Maybe you wanted to visit that particular place, but you didn't. Now is the time. You wanted to go abroad. You didn't. Now is the time. So Jupiter going retrograde is going to bring back the opportunity to you. Now the opportunity could be positive or negative based on the Navatara, but yes, you will be getting the opportunity. And if you are, learned enough, you know how to use it, you will definitely utilize it well. And if you don't know how to use it, you can always reach me out. Good luck. Bye bye.